If you've been drawing for any amount of time like me, you've probably realized that art is superficial. No one cares how hard you tried. No one cares how many times you redrew it, how many hours you spent on it, because the end result is everything. If it doesn't have that finished, professional look, people will scroll right past it, like it never even existed, like it was yesterday's garbage. I've been making manga for the past 8 years, and I know that feeling all too well. Constantly wondering why sometimes my art looks finished and sometimes it just doesn't. And in the end, my art just gets ignored. All that effort going down the drain. But one day, I was venting all my frustration to this artist, and he told me, "You're probably drawing too slow." And it finally clicked. This whole time, I was forcing my brain to make all these different micro decisions, when in reality, I had to change the entire way I drew. And in this video, I'll break down the 3-line method to make every piece of art I create look finished, clean, and professional. Because there are only 3 types of lines. There are soft lines, there are hard lines, and there's hard lines that go soft. So, let me guess. Do you draw your lines like this? Well, that's because you don't know what kind of line you're putting down. Now compare that to this. Now, which line looks better? Also notice which one took longer, right? This one was faster, right? And it comes out looking better too. This one also takes longer and will make you more tired, because your brain's gonna wonder, where's the mistake? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? If you look at physical things in the world, there is nothing that actually looks like that. Always remember that there's only 3 types of lines. When you're about to put a line down, stop and think about which line you're gonna put down. Is it a soft line? Or is it a hard line? Or is it a line that goes like this? See how it tapers off here and then thickens at the top? Right? 1, 2, and 3. This is all that exists. And this all comes down to not understanding what stage of the process you're in. And this all comes down to not understanding which stage of the process you're in. So here is the bonus tip. All right, bonus round. Here is your bonus tip for the day. Here's a speed paint I did for my new manga project. This is page 1. It's gonna be huge, by the way. This is gonna be a total and complete home run, so keep your eyes peeled. Now, you must have seen artists do this all the time already when they're doing their speed paints. And shocker, we don't actually do this because we like wasting time, all right? This is the quickest, most effective way of getting an artwork finished and looking professional. You need to divide your drawing process into clear, distinct steps. If you're doing everything at once, your brain can't handle it. It gets overloaded with too much information. So divide your drawing process into 3 clear sections. Doodle, lines, finish. Doodle, lines, finish. Say it with me. Doodle, lines, finish. Once you're done with the doodling constructing phase, then you stop and think. You stop and think about which of the 3 lines you're going to be putting down here. If it's the jaw, well, you want it to divide clearly from the neck, right? Then you're gonna put down a strong line. For details like shading or the mouth or the eyes, generally you want to use softer lines, right? But then you want the eyes themselves to pop. So the eyelashes, you do a stronger line there. Most drawings look unfinished because you're trying to do everything at once. Because that's what happened with me. And this is more important than anything I've said this entire video, is to find someone better than you that you can learn from, because they will immediately point out your mistakes and how to improve them, right? Because we don't know what mistakes we're making, right? Like, that's why we make the mistakes. The only reason is because we have no idea that we're making them. And someone else that's above you in skill level will immediately point that out for you. So the reason I learned all this is because I had a mentor. I had someone I can talk to and ask for advice, right? When I showed my stuff, he immediately went, "Oh, you're probably not drawing fast enough." And I was like, "What does that mean?" And he broke it down, right? He said, well, you know, if you're spending too long on the same lines, right, and doing it all squiggly, you're getting tired. You're going to be not able to make all the right decisions. The lines will not be defined clearly. And everything will look too cluttered and ugly, so you won't be able to point out where the mistakes are. Now, that's something that I would have never figured out on my own, right? I would have just been sitting at home, just scribbling away, drawing the same stuff over and over and over and posting, right? Drawing and posting, and wondering, why am I not getting any kind of feedback? Why am I not growing? Why am I not improving? Why am I not getting any likes, right? Getting a mentor is gonna immediately supercharge your growth. Online courses are great too. I've taken some from Colosso. They're fantastic. As you can see from my view count, like I'm not, you know, this isn't a sponsored video, okay? I get nothing from this, but here's a freebie, all right, for sticking with me till the end of the video. I tried Sungmu Heyo's courses, especially his black and white inking course was fantastic. Because obviously I'm trying to do manga, right? So yeah, Colosso is a great resource. You know, pretty much a lot of the artists you admire are probably teaching art anyways, so you can just take their tutorials and their art courses as well, and join communities, right? So you can get second opinions, you can get that immediate feedback. When you have that community, when you have that camaraderie where you can have someone you can show your progress to, that's going to be a lot more motivating, and it's going to give you that longevity, right? In terms of the weeks, months, and years it takes for you to get really good at this, you need another person there to you know, bounce your drawings off of, right? Subscribe. Bye.